Welcome to the world of Excel charts, where your data transforms into clear, compelling visual stories. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, a good chart is worth 1,000 spreadsheet rows. We are starting with column and bar charts because they're the workhorses of business reporting. They answer one of the most common questions. How do these things compare to each other? Column charts are vertical, perfect when your category names are short, like East, West, North, or South. Bar charts are horizontal, ideal when your category names are long. They're essentially the same chart, it's just rotated. The principles we will learn today applying to both charts. Let's use our sales data. We want to compare total sales by region. Step 1. Select the data. Click and drag to highlight the cells containing your regions and their total sales. Be sure to include the headers. This helps Excel label everything correctly. This only when you deal with static data, not dynamic as with pivot tables. Step 2. Insert the chart. Go to the Insert tab on the ribbon. In the Charts group, click Insert Column or Bar Chart icon. It looks like a small column chart. From the drop-down, choose the first option, Clustered Column. Instantly, Excel creates a chart next to your data. You should see vertical bars for East, North, South, and West. The height of each bar corresponds to the sales number. It's immediately obvious that electronic sales in the West have the tallest bar, meaning the highest sales. As soon as you click on the chart, two new tabs appear on the ribbon: Chart Design and Format. This is your command center for making the chart look professional. Let's make 3 quick improvements. Add a descriptive title. Click on the chart title, type a better title like Sales Performance by Region. Add data labels. Click the plus chart elements button next to the chart. Check the box for data labels. Now the exact sales numbers appear on top of each bar. This makes your chart more precise. Apply a quick style. Go to the Chart Design tab. Click Quick Layout. Try selecting a layout that includes both a title and data labels. See how the chart instantly updates. Here's the most important part. Your chart is live. It's dynamically linked to your data. Go back to your original data. Change the sales number for the West region to a much larger number, like $80,000. Now look at your chart. Did you see that the bar for the West region automatically grew taller? You don't need to redraw or update the chart. This live link is what makes Excel charts so powerful for ongoing reports. When to use bar charts instead. Remember, use a bar chart when your category labels are long. Let's try it. On the Chart Design tab, click Chart Type, select bar from the list, click OK. Now your regions are listed vertically on the left and the bars extend horizontally. This is often easier to read, especially when printing reports. Now that you've mastered comparing categories with column charts, let's tackle another essential business question. How are we doing over time? This is where line charts shine. While column charts are great for comparing different items at a single point in time, line charts are perfect for showing trends, progress, and changes over a continuous period. You can use it in real-world examples like monthly sales trends throughout the year, or website traffic growth quarter by quarter, or stock price movements over time, or temperature changes across seasons. Let's analyze our sales data by month. We want to see if our sales are growing, declining, or staying steady. Step 1. Prepare your data. First, we need to summarize sales by month. The easiest way, use a pivot table, which you're already great at. Create a pivot table with month in the rows area and total sales in the values area. Make sure your months are in the correct order, January, February, March, not alphabetically. If they're not right, click on a month, choose Sort and select Oldest to Newest. Then insert the line chart. Click anywhere inside your pivot table, go to Insert, go to Charts. The line chart icon appears with a zigzag line. Click it and choose the first option, Line with Markers. Instantly, you'll see a line connecting points for each month. The markers make it easy to see exactly where each data point is. Try reading the story in your line chart. Look at the line. What story does it tell? Upward slope means sales are increasing, and downward slope means sales are decreasing, and flat line means sales are stable. And sharp peaks means seasonal patterns or unusual events. For professional formatting, add data labels. Click the plus button and check data labels. Now you can see exact sales figures for each month. Also, you can highlight key trends. Right-click on the line and try making the line thicker 3 to 4 points. Right-click the line and select Add Trend Line. This shows the overall direction, smoothing out monthly fluctuations to reveal the big picture. You also can add multiple lines for comparison. What if you want to compare trends for different regions or categories? This is incredibly powerful. Go back to your pivot table. Drag region or category into the columns area. Watch your chart automatically update. Now you have 2 lines, one for each category. You can instantly see which category is growing fastest. Pro tip, when using multiple lines, make sure each line has a distinct color and style. Use the legend to help readers understand what each line represents. There's also a common mistake to avoid. Line charts should only be used for continuous data like time. Don't use them for categories that don't have a natural order. We've learned to compare items with columns and show trends with lines. Now let's answer another fundamental business question. How does this break down into parts? Or what's our market share? This is the specialty of pie charts and their cousin donut charts. They show how individual pieces contribute to a total. So when to use pie and donut charts? You can use it in market share analysis, or percentage of customer responses, or in project resource distribution. There's an important rule. Use these charts when you have categories fewer than 6 or 7, because too many slices could make the chart hard to read. Now let's analyze our market share by pie chart. We want to know what percentage of our total sales comes from each region. Step 1. Prepare the data. We'll use our trusted pivot table method. Create a pivot table with region in rows and total sales in values. Make sure it's showing the total sales for each region. Step 2. Insert the pie chart. Click inside your pivot table. Go to Insert Charts. Click on the pie icon. Choose the first option, 2D pie. Instantly, you see a circle divided into colored slices, one for each region. The size of each slice represents its percentage of the total. Let's make our pie chart professional. Add percentages, click the plus button and check data labels. Check percentage and uncheck value. Now you see exactly what share each region has. You can emphasize a key slice. Click on the most important slice. Like the largest one, we have East. Now slowly drag it away from the center. This explodes the slice, drawing attention to it. Also use colors wisely. Make sure each slice has a distinct color. Avoid using similar shades that are hard to distinguish. Now let me tell when to use donut charts instead. Donut charts work exactly like pie charts, but with a hole in the center. Then why would you use them? They look more modern in business presentations. You can show multiple rings, like sales by region, for 2 different years. The center can display a key number like total sales. You may wonder when not to use pie charts. Pie charts have limitations. Don't use them when you need to compare similar values, because it's hard to see small differences in a slice size. Also, don't use them when you have more than 7 categories. In these cases, a bar chart is often better because our eyes are better at comparing lengths than angles.